doing, my sister?
Hey, how are you?
I can ask you a quick question, sis? Sis, do you know your nationality according to the Bible?
Of course.
What's your nationality?
African-American.
Alright, so can I prove to you that you are not an African American? Because guess what, sis? You know that term came out in 1985.
Okay, yeah, I was born.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
So what did they call us before then? Throughout history?
I'm unaware.
Color? You never heard that?
Yeah, color.
Negro, you heard that, right?
Right.
Nigger, Afro-American. So isn't it strange that our name changed every 20, 30 years? Give me Isaiah 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And then when you think about it, the term African-American, Africa was named after Leo Scipio Africanus. He was a European guy. Alright? America was named after another European guy. His name was Americo Vespucci. Alright? So is it possible that we could come from two white men? Because when we say African American, we basically say we come from two white men.
Well, my opinion, I don't like to be considered as color.
Uh-huh.
In my eyes,
Uh-huh.
the white man is color. He the one changed all the colors.
Yeah, and he the one gave us a nationality. But watch this, sis. Give me that. Let me show you what the Bible say about that, right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So an ox is a dumb animal. He said he knows who owns him, who has possession of him. Alright? And you drop something, sis. Alright? And then it say, read that again.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
And the ass, which is a stubborn animal, the jackass, the donkey, he knows where he stays. Alright? He knows where his master his house at, right? But read.
But Israel
today, sis, is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Alright? We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. These are the names that the oppressors put up on us after slavery or during slavery. And these are the names that God calls us. Alright? So if you call yourself a so-called African American, sis, you actually be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Alright? Alright? African American is a byword. Alright? Right. That's something outside of your God-given name. Right. You won't find African American in the Bible.
Bring it out.
Alright? Keep reading.
But Israel does not know.
So he said the people of Israel do not know that they are the people. They don't know that they are the greatest people on the earth. We don't know that we are kings and our sisters are princesses.
That's right.
We don't know that thing. Read.
Right.
My people does not consider.
That's possessive, right? God says, my people. He said they don't even consider that thing. So he let you know that he has a nation of people that he considers his.
Right.
But he said they don't consider that they are the greatest people on earth. You feel what I'm saying? Alright, so this is the thing. So now we're going to prove. Watch this here. Give me Isaiah 65 and verse 15. Alright? Because we're going to prove that we got them different terms from slavery. Alright? And then we're going to prove that we are the people of the Bible. Alright? You got that?
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 15.
Read.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
So he talking to his people, the children of Israel. He said, you're going to leave your God-given name that I gave you for a curse. Because you're going to break your my commandments, and then you're going to be cursed as a nation of people, and you're going to leave your God-given name. Israel means prince that has power with God. Right. All right? Sons of God, the daughters of the Most High God. All right? It's significance behind the name Israel, but there's no significance behind the name African American. All right? Read.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
Read.
Unto my chosen.
We are his chosen, believe it or not. All right? He chose us above all nations on the earth. Read.
And for the Lord God shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name.
You see that? He said his servants, we are the servants. He said we're going to be called by other names. All right? Now give me Deuteronomy 28. All right? Now we're going to prove that we are the people of the book. All right? That was a curse of us losing our name and our nationality. All right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
Read.
And it shall come to pass.
All right? So anytime you hear that, sis, that's future prophecy. That's something being spoke about in the earlier time that's going to come into pass in the present time, all right? In the future time, all right? Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, so he's saying it should come to pass if thou, so he's talking to a specific people. Let's get the people he's talking to just to bring everything together, all right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1.
Come on.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
All right, so who was Moses talking to, sis? Read that again.
these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
You heard that? Who he talking to? All Israel, right? Is he talking to everybody on the earth?
Maybe just
all Israel is the so-called, today is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Alright, so that's who he was talking to, because that's who this Bible was written to, sis. It was written to the Israelites.
Right.
And right now, Moses is talking to us when we was freed out of Egypt. You heard about that when Moses parted the Red Sea?
Right.
Alright, when all them curses happened on Pharaoh and the Egyptians. Alright, so after that time, we went into the wilderness. And now, the Most High is making an agreement with us. Alright? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass,
Read.
if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Alright, so it say, if we listen diligently, hearken means to listen. So diligently means carefully. Alright? Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
So it say, if we listen carefully, and then we put in forth action and do all his commandments, what's going to happen if we listen to God and do all his commandments? Read.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So that's what's going to happen, brother. We bringing out our history according to the Bible, all right? So he said if we listen and do all God's commandments, he said he's going to set us on high above all nations on the earth.
That's right.
Today, are we above all nations, sis?
yes.
We are?
I feel as though we are.
Think about it, sis. We are predominantly in the ghettos and in the hoods.
That's what makes us.
We are the first fired and the last hired. We are the highest number in STDs. We are the highest number in single-parent households.
That's right.
We are the highest number in abortions.
Right.
All right. So right now, sis, we are not above all nations.
Right.
But he said he would have put us above if we listened and did what he said. But now we're going to show you why we're going through the things we're going through.
Now, my opinion on that comment, that's individually.
No, that's as a nation. When you read statistics, as a nation, collectively as a people, it's some people who not going through some of those things. But as a nation, because guess what? The Most High don't deal with people individually. All right? He deals with us as a nation of people.
Right.
All right? He deals, because guess what? We came here on slave ships as a nation, right?
Right.
We didn't come here individual, right?
That's right.
We in the communities as a nation, right? In the projects in the ghettos, right? Can we pass laws for each other? Do we pass laws against each other? No, they pass laws against a certain nation of people. All right?
Okay.
As a nation of people, we fill up the prison houses, sis. You feel what I'm saying?
No, actually, we don't.
We do, sis. Statistics prove that we fill up the prison houses.
But facts. This is facts.
Okay, sis.
There are more white people in prison than there are African Americans.
All right,
Because they're psychopaths
okay,
and stuff like that.
but we're going to show you why we was cursed, sis, and why we going through the things we're going through. All right, give me the flip side.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
All right, so this, you know how the coin, they got the heads and the tails?
Right.
All right, so he gave us the heads. Now he going to give us the tails. All right, read that.
But it shall come to pass.
So that's in the future. Future prophecy again. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto...
So now if we would not hearken, so if we would not listen, if we would not do what the Most High God told us, read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Read.
to observe and to do all his commandments.
Some of his commandments,
All his commandments.
the ones that fit our lifestyles.
All his commandments.
So all his commandments, not the ones that we just want to do and that fit our lifestyle. All right, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Come on.
That all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So sis, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? We're going to prove to you that a curse is a bad thing. All right? Right now, since we are living the curses, and we're going to keep reading.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So I say, cursed shall the Israelites be in the city. Sis, anytime you go to the worst neighborhoods, it don't matter where you go at, what is the people predominantly in that neighborhood? Blacks, right? So isn't that a true statement? You see what I'm saying? So that's facts. All right, keep reading.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
All right, what nation of people, sis? What nation of people was cursed in the field, sis? Did that happen to the Chinese people? Did that happen to the Arab people?
No.
Did that happen to the so-called white people?
They were the first slaves.
No, sis. We were slaves, sis. All right? He said he was going to curse us in the fields. All right? In the cotton fields, wasn't we cursed in the cotton fields, sis? the sugar cane fields, the tobacco fields, that happened to us, right? When you bring it back up to speed to today, sis, do we benefit from all that labor that we did in those fields?
All we do is wear it.
Huh?
All we do is wear it.
I can't hear you, sis.
All we do is wear it.
All we do is wear it, right? But guess what? It's a nation of people that benefit off of all that work that we did. All right? This whole land was built off of free labor, sis, off the backs of our ancestors. All right?
All of it.
Watch this here. Give me verse 46, sis.
I got
Let me ask you one quick question. All right, one quick question. How did we get to this land?
We were brought here.
How?
On the ship.
On the ship? Was it a cruise ship?
Nah, it was a ship.
A slave ship, sis. Just say it, a slave ship. Do you know that that's one of the curses that's in the Bible?
You know.
Let me show you before you go, sis.
Can I ask you what Bible y'all reading from?
Show her the Bible we reading from.
The King James Version.
King James.
So this is the original, this is the real deal, sis. Alright? Give me that for her.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So he said, if y'all don't listen, if y'all do not hearken to the commandments, he said y'all will go into Egypt again with ships. Alright? Hold on, sis. Hold on. Let me finish this so you can get the sense. Alright, did the Israelites, do they need ships to walk from Jerusalem to Egypt?
I'm unaware of that.
They don't need ships. They walked. When they parted the Red Sea, they walked, right?
Okay.
So now he's saying they're gonna go back into Egypt with ships. Alright? Get that. You got it?
Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt means house of bondage. Another word for bondage is slavery, right? Alright, read that again from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt,
into slavery,
again with ships.
What nation or people on this earth went into slavery with ships? Us, right? So isn't this Bible a true book? Because it told us that was going to happen to us.
If that's the original King James Version, then that's where it's coming from. It's not rewritten.
Sis, all our history is in here, sis.
Right.
All right? And that's what we're trying to bring out. We're trying to prove that the curses that happened to us identify us to be those people that God's talking about.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.